Okay. I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, Natalie, didn't you say like less than a month ago that you were done watching Martin Scorsese movies? Didn't you say that Wolf of Wall Street was too much for you and that you were over it and you needed a break from Martin Scorsese? Yes, I did say that. It's just not my cup of tea, and I don't think I'll be watching any more of his stuff unless people like demand it. What's changed between then and now, you might ask? Not much. I still feel the exact same way. All that's happened really is that I did a poll over on my Patreon page where I included a bunch of movies that were Oscar nominated movies as options. And I felt like this would be rude to exclude since it is Oscar nominated. So I did include it in that poll, and it won in a landslide. It wasn't even close to losing, like not even close. So unless people like demand it. So yeah, I have to give you guys what you want, which is Martin Scorsese. 3 hours of him, apparently. 3 hours. Let's get into Killers of the Flower Moon. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome if you're new. Today, we are diving on into Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm definitely feeling like a little bit of a hypocrite watching this movie so soon after I said I might not watch more Martin Scorsese work. I guess my word means nothing. You should never take me at my word, apparently, because I will go back on it very quickly, in fact. I really don't have much to say getting on into this one. I just feel kind of silly that I'm doing this so soon after my outro from The Wolf of Wall Street. I am excited to familiarize myself with Lily Gladstone's work because I haven't seen much of her work, and she is nominated for this movie, which is very exciting. So I am excited to see that. Always excited to see more Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. I think this will be an interesting movie. I've heard that it is sad, that it's heavy, and that it's long. It's very, very, very long, okay? Like everybody I've talked to has said that they've had to take a break halfway into the movie. If every single person that I've seen who's watched this movie has had to take a break halfway into the movie, I think your movie might be a little long, Martin, okay? 3 hours? 3 hours, really. I will say, like, when movies start to get into the 3 hour territory, I start to get like irrationally upset about it. Cause I don't mind sitting down for a long experience to sink my teeth into a meatier story, something heavier. But when we're getting into the 3 hours plus territory, I am angry. I'm upset because there's no need. There's just no need. You could have cut something out. I am sure you could have cut something out. Yes, you are a fantastic director. You needed to cut something out. I haven't even seen it yet. I'm sure that there are things that could have been cut from this movie. It's too long. It's too long. But other than that, I really am trying to go into this thing with an open mind. I mean, I've heard good things about it. So I do think that it's going to be a really interesting experience. And I think I will enjoy it on some level. I just am really resenting how long this movie is going to be. Other than that, though, I don't really have any expectations for this movie. I'm just excited to see what it has in store because I'm going into this without knowing too much about it. And without any further ado, I think it's time to get on into this one. So for real this time, it's a long one. You might want to grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into the movie. Tomorrow we will bury this one. They will learn another language. They will be taught by white people. Oh, they will learn new ways. And they will not know our ways. Oh, that's sad. It is truly heartbreaking how much of like Native American, different tribal cultures have been lost. Like different tribes across the United States. Like there's so many people who don't speak the language anymore who are from that tribe or from that culture. It's really heartbreaking how much has been totally just destroyed. Is that oil? Whoa. The Osage Nation. Oh God. Osage, the chosen people of chance, because they lived in an area of oil. The richest people per capita on Earth. Sure, but their culture is going to be decimated. But at the same time, it would happen anywhere. It's interesting that like they were all celebrating that pipe shooting out of the earth when they buried it, like to create that oil geyser. Like it was a celebration, but like they had to mourn the loss of their culture beforehand. I like the way they did that.
Oh, you know I like women. That's my weakness.
Wow. These teeth on Leo. He looks so different.
Yeah, Osage are the finest and most beautiful people on God's earth.
Damn. Is he dying upstairs? Oh my God. What kind of cut was that?
John Whitehair, age 23. No investigation.
No investigation. Are they getting poisoned? Oh, they're dying off.
No investigation.
No investigation. Who's in charge? Oh, right, because Robert De Niro's character is the sheriff. Interesting.
And Sarah Butler, age 21.
Oh, my.
Suicide.
Suicide. Oh, yeah, like somebody just does this. F you. Go f yourself. What the f?
Great to see you! My wife, Catherine Cole.
Oh.
Pleased to meet you.
Full blood.
The way he said full blood like a creep, like he was just excited to marry somebody who had rights to land here. Like he doesn't give a shit about her at all.
You got money on this place?
No.
Let's go then.
That was nice of her to ask, like, if he did have money on it. I would just be like, sir, I thought you were giving me a ride. What the heck? I don't care.
Mollie. She lives with her mother, Lizzie. I've been driving her.
Driving her.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he scheming?
I think she's sweet on me, too.
Yeah, well,
Full-blood estate at that, too.
Full blood estate.
wow.
Well, we mix these families together, and that estate money flows the right direction. It'll come to us.
So gross.
Now, that's good business, that. And legal. Not against the law.
Disgusting. Predatory. I hope she doesn't marry him. But I've heard this movie is sad, so I don't know.
What was that?
Shomikasi.
Shomikasi.
That's how you are.
What does that mean?
I don't know what she said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
He is charming. He is good at charming her. God damn it. Oh, hi, Mama. Ooh. She doesn't like him. She's like, I don't trust no white man. She's right. In this scenario, she's right. No, babe. I don't think so. I think you're being naive, but... Oh! Things are escalating. Oh, no. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think we should.
You're gonna marry me, Mollie. I want you to be my wife.
Is that it? Is that a proposal? You just said she's gonna.
Would you do that?
Now you're asking. Well, that progressed very fast. Maybe he does love her. I'm apprehensive. I'm nervous, you know? I want to be happy for these two. Like, I want to believe that good things can happen, but I just feel like something bad is coming and I don't know. I'm like, I want to believe in love, but I feel like it's not going to be good. I just turned off the captions to see if that would help, giving me... I'm sure that I'm supposed to know what he's saying here, and I unfortunately just don't. It's not... Apple TV's not giving me the captions. She died?
My sister. Wasting illness.
That was her sister. No. Dude, what was going on with her? Like, I feel like she was, like, scared of the sheriff, but maybe not. Like, what's the wasting illness? Like, she wasn't eating, or...
When these women die with high Osage suffer from illness, you have to make it the head rights come to you.
Oh, my God. Ew.
And after her, that leaves Raven, Hannah,
That's all he cares about.
and of course there's Mollie. How's Mollie feeling?
He's just keeping track
She's all right.
of, oh, are we killing them all? Let's kill them all one by one. We need a new sheriff. He's a snake.
The diabetes, too. I worry for her sometimes. She's...
Uh-oh, he shouldn't have told the sheriff about her diabetes. He's gonna start putting sugar in all her food.
She's strong.
Yeah, for now, we hope forever.
I don't think you do hope forever. I think you hope she dies tomorrow.
How about Anna?
Oh my God.
Well, she's gonna pick a fight one day with the wrong person. And then what?
He's setting up the murder. He's setting it up. Oh my God.
Anna. Mollie at Byron's waiting. Come on.
I feel like this is the last. Oh, I feel like this is the last time these two are gonna be able to talk. I'm just so worried for her.
This is the Moldy thing.
Don't go out tonight, yeah. Oh, I'm worried for you, Anna. I am worried. Please don't go out tonight.
Yes, let's go find another drink.
Oh no.
He's taking her home.
She doesn't believe that. She's worried. You're right to worry, Mollie. You're right to worry.
Mollie. It's your sister Anna.
My God. She's about her whole... Oh my God. There's a whole line of people here. Oh no. What's he doing? Are we doing an autopsy out in the open or something? What are we doing?
What?
Oh my God. Ew. Why are we doing this out in public in front of everybody?
Hey, Molly. The words can't express.
Don't touch her.
So you're here now, huh?
Rita was a comfort to me when Minnie died.
He married again? Is he marrying again? No way. Ew. How can you live with yourself doing that, man?
I heard that Tall Chief hired the Emmett Miller minstrel show to come in and play for his birthday party. Why couldn't we do something like that with this money?
It does not do to talk to this man.
Uh-huh. It does not.
Evil surrounds my heart.
Yeah, Molly.
Times I cry, and this evil around my heart comes out of my eyes.
Everyone either hates you. Everyone is just looking at a way to take advantage of your money. Not a single person looking at her with kindness.
Your youngest sister, Minnie, who died of the wasting illness 2 years ago. She was married to a Bill Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the same Bill Smith currently married to your sister, Rita.
That's her sister, Rita? Oh, God.
If someone were to knock off Bill Smith and Rita too, right? If she was gone,
And read it.
and she wills it to my children. Now, that's a good deal, that.
Dude, I want Molly to divorce his ass.
Rita's got 3 or 4 diamonds. She got some ear screws. Bill Smith, he always carries 200 or 300 in his pocket. You could have that.
Plotting to get her last sister killed? I don't even know if is this her last sister? His wife's last sister killed.
How about I throw in my Buick Roadster?
You can have a car. Here, just murder 2 people.
God damn it, Blackie! Stop running! Where you gonna go to? You gotta catch me first!
Did he get arrested because did he steal the car without actually committing the hit?
So you brought the Buick out, huh?
Get in.
Uh-oh, he mad. He mad. Whoa. Is this a Masonic lodge? Dude, this is creepy. What are we doing, boys?
Kneel, please, Ernest.
Oh my God. Why?
Blackie's been arrested for stealing your car. So who takes care of Bill Smith and his blanket now?
Well, they're safe for 1 more day. That's good.
Remove the book.
Uh-oh, what's under the book? I'm scared, bro. What are we doing with the book? Or the lack of the book? What?
All right, brother, stand up.
What's happening here?
Elbows on the table.
Oh, no. Why? You gonna spank him? What's going on? We're gonna spank him with a paddle? What the
Damn. Get up. Sit over there.
Oh, I don't think he wants to sit down now. What the And these people are calling the Osage Savages. Are you kidding me? This is so whack.
What do you think's gonna happen to Molly and all of them? I love them, but in the turning of the earth, they're gonna go.
My God, this man is evil. Robert De Niro's doing such a good job of like playing this like charming little snake in the grass.
Well, no, he just needs to be insured, that's all. It's just a formality, but he needs it.
Well, what about my melancholy?
A little whiskey can help that.
No.
I don't know, Bill. May not look very good. It's hard to justify this one.
Ugh! The doctors are in on it. The doctors are in on it. Wow.
Why do you take care of him?
Oh, he's a melancholic. You know, he tried to do away with himself last year. I'll take care of that man because he's my neighbor and he's my best friend. That's $25,000 laying there.
That's the real reason.
I got an insurance policy on him. It's against what he owes me.
Ugh.
So if he succeeds in demising himself before the end of the year...
We're just talking about him right here. This is crazy, man. This is insane behavior.
There's something different about you tonight. What is it?
Well, now's as good a time as any, so...
Oh, God. Is she pregnant
Molly,
again?
she's pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah, that's so.
He's not happy about that. He was like, you're supposed to die.
You been loving with her in this sickness?
She's my wife, King. That's what happens. Yeah.
Maybe it's just a pre-version of yours.
Pre-version? Does he mean perversion?
God bless you and the child.
Dude. Ernest's behavior is so confusing because it's like he's trying to please King. He's doing all this horrible but then he also, like, I think a sick part of him does love Molly. I mean, he's a sick dude. In a way, I feel like, I mean, they're both just so sick. I feel like what Ernest is doing is somehow even worse. But I mean, it's exactly the same as what the sheriff is doing. Portraying like he's this nice, innocent, helpful guy when he's the exact opposite.
One day I decided to pull the job, everything being favorable.
Uh-oh.
So I told this Indian we get us a jug and some girls and meet me out on the road running through Smith's pasture.
No. You're gonna kill this man that you've befriended? That's the... So not the front of the head, he did the back of the head. He was supposed to shoot him in the front of the head, and he shot him in the back. He did exactly what Ernest told him not to do, which I'm kind of happy about, because it's going to look more suspicious, but Jesus Christ.
It's supposed to be a suicide, you dumbbell. You didn't tell him to leave the gun. I don't know why I told him to leave the gun. I told him exactly to leave the gun. Just like you told me, kid. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know why.
Are they screaming about that outside their own house?
Front of the head, just like this, just like you told me. I promise you, I swear on my children. No. I swear on my children.
You guys deserve this. You deserve this.
This is not the place you should be at right now. And I have a line that says you should leave town because the sheriff's office is looking to charge you in this killing. They don't use on shooting terms with Henry.
I'll run. I'm guilty.
Exactly.
I got nothing to be guilty about.
Exactly. If you run, you're guilty. That's why he wants you to run, to make you look guilty.
Just my friendly word. I will run.
Don't listen to him.
I don't think I will.
Good job, dude.
And you're not my friend.
Yeah.
Take my chances right here in Fairfax.
You, Sheriff. Hey, smarty pants. Good man. Oh, God. Bill, I worry for you, too. You and Rita. Although, uh-oh. The dog is dead.
Why don't we just leave? Go to Colorado Springs?
You should leave. You absolutely should leave. It's interesting. So it definitely wasn't Bill's fault that Minnie died then, because he is taking care of Rita. Rita's in good health, and he's doing all this digging and investigating into Anna's death. So Bill isn't sus. So I bet Minnie was dying because of whatever the sheriff was doing.
Listen, Molly, I don't want you going out so much right now with all this going on.
God, I can't believe she still isn't like suspicious of him. It's so frustrating. That's why he wanted her to stay in the house, because Molly could have gotten caught in that explosion.
It's Bill and Rita's! It's Bill and Rita's house!
Why are you looking so surprised, bro? Yeah, you scumball.
Can you hear me, Rita?
Whoa, just perfectly laid there, all peaceful. Oh, you feel bad now? Do you feel bad now? You disgusting excuse of a human. She's crying for her mom. Oh, Molly. Oh, Molly's not gonna be okay. Her whole family is gone. I can't. Oh.
You want $300 to go to Washington, D.C.?
Yes.
Well, that's a hard trip for an ailing woman, Molly.
She has to do it herself.
This may be the last thing I do.
She shouldn't have told him what she wanted it for. She should have lied about what the money was for. Oh, she did get it. She is going. God bless you, Molly. God bless you, girl.
Keep giving your wife her insulin and add this.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
It's just to slow her down.
That's all it's gonna do. Slow her down.
This is so crazy, man. I don't know if Ernest can do it. He's a bad man, but I think he's starting to feel guilty. Only took like murdering 50 people.
You believe in the Bible?
Oh, you do? You believe in the Bible and you've been doing this? What the is wrong with you?
Just slow her down, right? Yep. Just gotta slow her down, so.
You know, these men are both awful, but I feel like Ernest is worse because I feel like he's constantly fighting this little conscience that is inside of him just to do King's bidding. So he's totally spineless, which makes him worse.
Baby Anna is sick with whooping cough.
No, baby Anna, no. Baby Anna.
I want her to live with brother and sister Big Heart. This will make her better. It'll cure her cough.
Ah!
You pick up my insulin from the train. You alone.
Ma'am, you shouldn't be trusting Ernest. Molly, no. This is hard to watch, man. I just want her to wake up, you know, and realize what's going on.
She said the man is here.
What man?
The man in the hat.
The man in the hat. Who's that?
Who is that?
My name's Tom White. I'm with the Bureau of Investigation.
That man in the hat. Oh, Molly, hold on a little longer, babe. Hold on. Washington listened.
Oh, I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
Uh-huh.
See, what about him?
See who's doing it.
It's a really weird way to respond if you were innocent. You'd presumably be excited to see a man like this if you were innocent.
You have to settle down. Settle down. You understand?
I do.
You get hold of yourself.
I am.
Get hold of yourself
trying.
and you settle.
I am trying. Will you
settle down?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying watching these men freak out. They all saw that, huh? They all saw that. Yeah, you lost your cool. What are you freaking out about?
Hannah Brown, nasty mouth. A friend, but a nasty mouth. Bound to happen.
Bound to happen. He's so confident. He thinks he's gonna convince this Bureau of Investigations dude. Hell no.
Thank you for your time, and sorry to disturb your shave.
Oh, that's all right.
I hate that he's being so nice to him. Be like, no, we're gonna talk right now, or I'm gonna get somebody worse involved.
Is this Henry Grammer's setup? Any idea where we can find him?
An angel done come down and wiped her big old wings right in his chest. Now he's down with the snakes.
Oh my God, everybody's dying. Everybody's dying. Interesting. How much death has to surround Bill Hale?
I don't know what to do about it, but you need to sign this here now.
Sign what?
Something happens to you, the head right's got to stay in the family. This is the only way to do it.
Don't sign it. Don't sign it. They're gonna kill you. Don't sign it.
What would happen to me?
Nothing's gonna happen to you. It's just a formality.
Don't sign it, man.
We all have to sign this. This way for sure. The money stays in the family.
Ernest, don't do it, dumbass. Don't do it.
I'm fine, I guess.
You're not afraid, because there's no reason to be afraid.
No, I'm not.
I think there's reason to be afraid. You're killing everybody that you ever worked with.
You give her shots?
Yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Giving her all of it?
Yeah.
You just gotta remember to give her all of it.
Ugh. Oh, God, he's so awful.
Be there for her. And you need to sign this.
I knew he was going to end this with sign this paper. Don't sign it. Don't do it. Uh-oh. He's watching. He's good. He's so smooth watching like that. Smart.
This is what I got so far. I was over in Ralston yesterday.
Now we're seeing it from their perspective.
What can you tell us about Byron and Ernest Burkhart and those murders?
Mm-hmm.
Byron Ernest Burkhart. I think we can help each other out here.
Good. Good. Oh, they're all coming here. Coming to get him.
Son, you go with him, all right?
All right.
My wife, she's real sick.
Shut the up, dude. Scoundrel.
Can I sit down?
Standing's good.
Ha! We're gonna make him stand for this. That's funny.
I need to sit down.
Yes, you do, but you're standing.
What a subtle torture tactic. I love it.
Were you alone when you put the explosives under the house, or was Blackie Thompson with you?
Who?
Blackie Thompson.
I don't even know him so much. Just from around town, that's all.
Frickin' fly. I love that. I love that.
You did help Blackie Thompson steal your own Buick.
Right. It's kind of weird that you'd pretend to not know Blackie Thompson when you clearly do. There's like ways to prove that you knew him.
Seems to me your family back home, they're more of a blessing to you than your uncle, King Bill Hale.
True. If only he operated that way from the beginning.
Well, I have a man here who says he's your friend, who says you do know something about it.
Who is he?
Now we're going to bring Ernest in, huh? Yep.
So this is on my neck?
Yes, sir.
Get your pencils.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spill the tea, man. You did kill him. You were asked to do so, but the blame is still with you. Oh, Molly. She's holding on.
Does she have a doctor?
No, she won't see one.
Well, it's because the doctors here are trying to kill her.
Let's take her.
Yeah, save her. Yeah, girl. Yes. If only they could know what poison she's been given. It would make things a little easier. Heroin. Oh, that's the cure? Jesus Christ. I guess like being used like morphine, you know, like painkiller.
Where are you taking me?
We're not charging you with anything because you're going to testify.
He's lucky as a duck.
We take you out of state for a while, keep Hale and his wolves at bay.
He's fucking lucky. He should be getting charged along with Hale. I mean, Hale really is the puppet master, so he needs to go away. Mollie! Mollie. She getting her strength back. I'm so happy she's survived. I'm so happy for him to testify and for everybody to know what a little rat he is so that Mollie can dump his ass. Dude, Leonardo has done like such, I feel like doing this movie must have given him like permanent frown lines. Like he's just had a scowl the whole movie.
To confer privately with Mr. Burkhart.
Oh, hey, man.
Ernest Burkhart is my client.
Wow, that was a great reveal for him.
Marshal, get him out of here. Court is adjourned until 10 o'clock.
So the frown he's got going on, like, it's interesting because, like, a lot of times when you're discovering a character as an actor, you figure out where that character holds tension. And it looks like he is chosen for his, like, place of tension is his mouth, which makes sense because he, like, holds his tongue a lot with King. He doesn't speak up. He doesn't, like, do the right thing, or he always does what he's been told to say and do. And so it's like he's a puppet. And he doesn't have control of his mouth or something. It's like an interesting choice, I think.
If you testify against your uncle, you realize that this can be held against you for the rest of your life.
See, lawyer, this is interesting. I think what you're doing is called threatening and maybe blackmail.
Ernest!
Yeah.
His name being Ernest is also an interesting choice, too, because...
You want to do that? Have him die? In prison?
He deserves to die, ma'am! He deserves it! Because his name being Ernest, like, you'd think he'd be like this, you'd think he'd be, like, true and, like, honest and, like, really, truly himself, but he has a hard time doing that. He has a hard time being earnest and being authentic.
These government men, they beat you. And they tortured you.
Oh,
No, they didn't.
They beat you!
Yes, they beat me, sir.
Thank you!
Oh my God, Ernest, you're such an idiot. These men have no power over you if you don't let them have power over you.
Where did you go after you killed Anna Brown?
Went to sleep at Bill Hale's.
Where'd Byron go?
Back home to Mollie's.
Thanks, Mollie.
She gave him a pillow the night that he murdered her sister.
Oh, watch your step right there.
Oh, I don't want to see it.
You brought me out here to kill me.
Oh, come on with that.
Anna, you're right.
There you go. Sit her up straight now.
You're gonna kill me.
There you are. There you are.
No. Is that her daughter that had whooping cough? What? What? Little Anna died? Oh my God, the death just never ends.
I'm to tell you that your child has died.
What child? What child?
I don't know the name.
He doesn't know the name? You didn't think that was important information?
Who told you this?
It was one of our agents there in Fairfax informed me.
Maybe now he'll testify against Hale?
The baby died.
Which one?
Little baby.
Little.
Oh, my son.
Shut the up, Hale. Shut the up.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe they're keeping these two in the same area together, or they can talk.
Little Anna's with the Lord now.
Shut the up, Hale! Shut up! Dude, I feel so bad for Mollie that just the death is never ending for her. Is she even gonna be able to look at him? Like, I wouldn't be able to help but feeling like this is all his fault, you know? Like, I should have never married this man. How many people are gonna have to die before this man finally, like, does something? Finally speaks out against Hale, man. I mean, this is probably just whooping cough. Like, I don't know. It still could have been, like, the bad doctors in town. I don't know.
Well, I'll testify.
Yeah?
Well, that's a strong choice to make against adversity. I'm sure you want to do that?
Do it, Ernest.
Well, there's a federal government, that's what they told me.
That's the federal government, that's why I say that.
Don't let him manipulate you, dude. This dude is so dumb. He's so thick.
The Osage ain't gonna stand by you. No one's gonna stand by you no more.
Osage, they love me.
No, they don't. He's in denial.
It's just going to be another everyday common tragedy.
Yeah, it's not common.
No, this is a particular brand of awful, Bill. You're gonna be in jail the rest of your life.
You're going to regret.
I ain't got nothing but regret, Bill.
Yeah.
You have a family.
Oh, I really like the way the bars are framed on his face here. With the shadows, I mean.
I can't.
I'm sorry.
I can't.
I love you, son.
I can't, Bill. Can't.
Damn. Stone cold.
Away, son.
Ooh. That's a beautiful shot. I gotta say, the way this was shot is beautiful. I feel like this is the first Scorsese film I'm really enjoying. Like, really enjoying. I mean, I like The Departed a lot, but I'm really liking this.
Did you drive from Fairfax to Ripley to tell John Ramsey, to tell Asa Kirby to do a job?
Yes, sir.
And who asked you to do all this?
My uncle, William Hale, was right there.
Classic Scorsese pan around.
And was part of this plan that you would meet and marry Molly Kyle and kill her family and her for their Indian oil money?
No, sir. I met and married my wife because I picked her up in my cab.
You didn't marry her because your uncle directed you to?
No, sir.
I mean, he kind of did, but he also did like her and did fall in love with her. Damn. Dude, I can't believe she's like holding so much composure listening to this.
Do they know what's happened?
Not so much.
Dude, she looks heartbroken, man. Oh my God.
Have you told all the truths?
Oh, God.
Yes, I have.
Oh my God.
I wasn't gonna let him get anywhere near you and the children.
But then you did. It doesn't matter. Like, it's her whole family, bro.
What did you give me?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Don't play dumb, dude.
What was in the shots? What was in it? Show me, see.
Insulin.
She's gonna leave. Huh.
This brings to a close the authenticated story of the Osage Indian murders.
Ah! What a funny way to wrap this up. Like it's a radio show.
Hale was released in 1947. The parole board cited his record as a good prisoner for early release, but
horrible.
Not everybody was happy.
Yeah, of course.
This man, he is being released because he paid off politicians.
Oh my God, the whitest man ever delivering this. Oh my God, that's funny.
Ernest Burkhart was sentenced to life imprisonment at the Oklahoma State Penitentiary.
Life. He got life, but Hale didn't?
Granted a pardon for his crimes.
A pardon. Oh, wow.
Where he lived out his days with Byron in a trailer park north of the
Wow, the audacity to move back.
After Molly divorced Ernest, she lived with her new husband, John Cobb, on the reservation. She died of diabetes on June 16, 1937. Her obituary in the local paper said simply,
Mrs. Molly Cobb, 50 years of age, passed away at 11 o'clock Wednesday night at her home. She was a full-blood Osage. There was no mention of the murders.
Probably better that way. Did I actually just really like a Martin Scorsese movie? Who am I? What's happening? All jokes aside, I do remember actually enjoying The Departed, but just tonally, it's not really my kind of movie, but I did have fun with it. I think it was just Goodfellas and The Wolf of Wall Street that I was particularly hard on and just didn't really enjoy because tonally they weren't really my cup of tea. This, however, was a lot more my style. I really liked this one. I'm gonna say, I really enjoyed how grounded this movie felt. It still had flashes of iconic Scorsese things, like some of his pan around shots that he does really fast, or some of his fast like zoom ins and punch ins, like some of his flashy editing style and cinematography was still in this movie, but it was a lot less so. And we got a lot more grounded moments in this movie, a lot more tension, a lot more suspense, watching things play out in very slow, methodical ways, a lot of really beautiful wide shots that we would hang on characters for a really long time. Like, I really think the way this movie was shot was just like amazing. The story was so captivating. I really enjoyed the way that it was told. I will say Still too long. I'm going to stand by that. The movie was too long. A little bit after the midpoint of the movie, when we were getting into like the second act with the Bureau of Investigations finally coming in and getting involved, I remember starting to think, okay, I'm kind of ready for this to like ramp up and end now. Like I want the wheels to get going. I want the story to get moving along. And it kind of didn't. It just stayed at that same pace the rest of the film. And we had a lot of more drawn out dialogue scenes that felt a little slow. I almost wish it had ramped up. Not that I was necessarily looking for more tension or more action or anything like that, but there were a lot of scenes where we would get exposition and dialogue, and then the next scene would almost repeat that exposition and dialogue, but from a different character's perspective. A lot of the investigation scenes, we were repeating things that we as the audience had already seen happen earlier in the movie. I think we could have still shown how a lot of those characters were getting arrested and being pulled into interrogation rooms, but only given maybe glimpses of those conversations just to keep things moving and keep the pace up. There were also moments like in the courthouse with that one guy detailing how he killed Anna and then showing that death scene after. I felt like those two things side by side was a little bit too much. I think I understand what Scorsese was trying to go for there by having that graphic scene of Anna being killed in the woods and just abandoned to then cutting to little Anna dying was really poetic. It really made that shot hit so much harder, but maybe we could have spliced the audio from the courtroom confession over that scene of Anna being killed in the woods so that it combined those two moments and cut down on some time. I just think there were moments that were drawn out too much in this movie, and my main critique of it is just that it's too long. I think you could easily cut out a half hour of this movie, no problem. But that's really my only complaint. Like, this is a beautiful movie. The lenses were just like, oh my God, they were so pretty. They were so pretty. I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to cinematography and lenses. I really don't. But I can tell when I like the look of something and when I don't. And man, this movie was beautiful. The framing of so many shots was just like so beautiful. I loved how much we played around with some really beautiful wide shots and repetition of certain moments as we were grieving each family member that was being murdered. Like that scene by the river with her and her daughter, just seeing that shot over and over again and it having more and more meaning each time we saw it. I really enjoyed how much we held on actors' faces for a lot of moments and really watched them work through the things that they were dealing with emotionally, whether that was Mollie and her grief and her stoicism, suspicion of other people, the things that she was trying to deal with, versus her husband dealing with his own qualms and guilt and cowardliness, and watching him squirm. I think Leo did a great job again in his performance. I think his choice to hold that scowl on his face was interesting. I know I talked about this a little bit in the reaction, but a lot of times in acting, when you're trying to play around and find a character, it's very common to figure out where a character lives in your body and where you think that character would hold their tension and how they would move through the world. That's a really great way to get into the mindset of a character. And clearly a choice for Leo was holding tension in his mouth. And I think that that actually made a lot of sense for this character because he didn't speak up. He didn't ever talk back to Bill or say, no, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I don't agree with this. You could tell he had qualms and that he did love his wife, but yet he tried to kill her and he killed her entire family and enabled Bill the whole way, despite likely not feeling too good about that decision just because he was spineless. So I think that decision to have him hold that tension in his mouth and be tight-lipped about everything and watching that scowl grow as the movie progressed, as he's becoming less and less happy with the choices that he's been making. I think that was really interesting. Lily Gladstone, man, she was incredible as well. I mean, all the actors in this movie were incredible, but let's just talk about them all one at a time. Lily Gladstone, beautiful performance. Oh my gosh. Man, in the very end, she did such a great job of letting that heartbreak peek through her eyes and her voice so subtly, because this whole time she's believed in her husband, she's loved her husband, she's trusted her husband, and only after he testified did she realize what he had actually been doing to her. I mean, I think there was a part of her that knew but just didn't want to believe it. Right? And once she heard all of the horrible things he did and him admit everything, did she realize, yeah, my husband did try to kill me and he poisoned me. And that confrontation. Her performance was so beautifully subtle this entire movie. It really lined up a lot with what Bill Hale even said in the beginning of the movie, like, don't underestimate the Osage people. They are smart. They're always listening. They know everything about the world around them. You could tell she really was taking things in, letting her husband be the one who was talking most of the time and squirming and trying to manipulate and navigate his way through the world. She would just kind of observe. And her only downfall as a person was that she was trusting and she was patient and she was kind. But Lily, as an actress, just did such a good job of portraying this woman who is so strong, but internally. It never felt like it was this forceful exterior. It just felt like it was who she was. And she just carried herself with grace throughout this entire film. I really enjoyed her performance a lot. And it really paired well with Leo's performance, which was so different, so chaotic, and so squirrely. And I think that their chemistry was really good as well. And then lastly, Robert De Niro did a fantastic job. He did such a good job of playing this unassuming snake in the grass figure. Like, he really just seemed so charming, so unassuming, so warm and welcoming and kind. And he would say everything in this tone of voice that always seemed considerate and caring and thoughtful, no matter what the subject matter was, no matter if it was something really innocent and innocuous or something incredibly threatening and menacing. Is also so interesting because he's this little guy, right? Like, he's tiny, he's old, he doesn't seem super imposing or super menacing, and he even like walked kind of hunched over for a lot of this movie. I just think he appeared so little and so non-threatening, but his self-serving manner and his racism and his hatred was just so internalized. I don't even know if I would call it hatred. He didn't seem like a very hateful man, which was interesting because he did horrible things to so many Osage people and white people, but it was just a self-serving behavior and just kind of treating all human beings around him like they're pawns to be used in a game. So it didn't even feel like a hateful thing. It just felt like, oh, this person's in my way now. Okay, how do I get them killed in a way that will protect me the best? How do I get these people out of my way? But he did a great job of playing that character that just didn't have a conscience about any of it, or really believed that what he was doing wasn't even going to turn out badly for him and that he would be okay in the end because he could find a way to manipulate and protect himself. Even his last discussion in the prison with Ernest was so interesting. Like, you could see his denial and his wheels still turning, still trying to figure out how to manipulate Ernest to get back on his side. And he was like, no, the Osage people love me. They love me. You know, he's still in denial. I also think the entire way that confrontation scene went was really interesting. It really made a lot of sense for those two characters, because I think a lot of times when you're watching a movie like this, the tension and suspense has just been building the whole time, and it's so frustrating watching a character like Ernest constantly giving into a figure like Bill Hale that you want this big blow up scene to happen, to be like, after his daughter dies, you want him to be like, you, I'm not listening to you anymore, I'm testifying, mic drop moment, you know? But a character like Ernest wouldn't do that because he's not confident and he's not smart, and it takes a lot. It's going to take so much inner resolve and also torment that he's gone through for him to finally say no and stand up to Bill Hale. He had to lose his own kid to do it because that's how easily manipulated he was. So the way that whole scene played out made perfect sense to me. And also the way that that whole scene was just shot was so interesting. I really liked watching the way that conversation played out with the bars in shadow on Robert De Niro's face and the way his eyes were between that bar. Like, he's trying to get into the mind of Ernest again so he can get himself out of this prison. If he can just get in his head again, he can get out. He can make sure that Ernest doesn't testify against him and he won't be locked up. I also like that, you know, Ernest didn't look at him for a lot of that scene. There was a lot of the time where he was just kind of looking down and he couldn't look at him, you know, because he didn't want to get manipulated again. He was like, no, it's over. I can't. And then watching Leo walk out in that way, where we're in that perspective of all the bars going by as he's walking out and we're following him out, it looked like he's finally emerging from the prison that has been Bill Hale in his life for so long. He's walking away from him and he emerges from the prison bars. And granted, that's not really how it worked. I mean, he did go to prison and he deserved to go to prison. He committed horrible crimes that he was still responsible for. But I just liked the way that that imagery played out. It was really beautiful. I also think the way that the movie ended, in the moment I was like, this is an interesting thing to do, this kind of like theater style show. It almost felt like a radio show, you know, like they could have recorded it and put it on a radio of the Osage murders. But then I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, how else would you have wrapped it up? I feel like most movies just do text on screen in those moments and say like, this is what happened to this person. This person, you know, went to prison for X number of years and then got out for good behavior. Like that's usually what you see at the end of a movie. I think that's what we even got at the end of Goodfellas, if I'm not mistaken. And so for this to be different, where we're still getting that exposition, we're still getting that wrap up moment for all of these different human beings that existed, but it's in this more theatrical way that's really unique and I feel like I haven't seen done before. So I really did appreciate that. Hey, Natalie in post here again. I also think this moment was interesting because it felt really meta. Like we as the audience have been watching this movie play out. And it's this piece of our history that's really tragic and horrific that doesn't get acknowledged. The fact that all of these Native American people have lost their lives and no one cared for so long. And the fact that all of the people in the theater watching this show are white. Everybody in the cast putting the show on stage is white. They're all just using this story for entertainment. And then to have Martin Scorsese come out and read Lily's obituary in the most somber, serious tone, to have this shift in the show feeling kind of jovial, where we're talking about how all these men got out of prison and lived their lives out peacefully, versus Lily, who lost her whole family. It really makes that moment of reading her obituary hit that much harder. And so I think the choice to do that was just super meta, super well done. Really like this movie. If you can't tell, I'm still thinking about it days later. We finally found a Martin Scorsese movie that I really, really like. It only took 4 times, guys. So I'm pretty happy. Maybe all the Martin Scorsese fans will go easier on me now. It's funny because when I was sitting down to watch this, I was like, oh God, am I going to hate this? It's another Scorsese film. And I respect him a lot as a director. I really do. I've always said like he does a lot of unique things that I haven't seen other directors do. And he definitely has a really great understanding for what direction he wants to go with in a movie and always wraps things into a very tight package tonally. But it's just never been my favorite style or my cup of tea. This was the first movie where I was like, okay, I actually really enjoy what he's doing here, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm really glad that I watched this one. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this one with me. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up so that I know and I can check out more stuff like this in the future with all of y'all. Yes, even more Martin Scorsese movies. Why not? Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and anything else you might like me to watch next, and subscribe if you want to. Till the next one, stay golden. Bye.